On Lumberjacks live versus the Knights. Audio test. Lumberjacks live versus the Knights.
Audio test. Lumberjacks live.
Let's go.
Audio test. Lumberjacks live. Let's go.
Morning, man. Audio test.
Audio test. Audio test. Audio test. Audio test.
Okay. All right, one more time with that.
All right, one more time with that.
Great.
All right, one more time with that.
Damn, these things are good.
Damn, these things are good. Damn, these things are good.
Mr. Wetzel. How we doing? Good morning. Good morning. I got the we got it going today. Oh yeah. See, the only thing I was nervous about was that they were gonna give me BS about if it hangs over the field of play, you know. Stick it in? Yeah. This thing's the best. How'd fishing go yesterday? Sorry if I'm screaming too. I can't hear, but I don't want to disconnect it.
You saw that?
I saw the post.
I was just doing a tax write-off.
Oh no way.
Who knows if it's out of There's nothing in there. Oh, there's fish in there.
Where was this?
This was beautiful. Red Mountain. What's it called? Oak Mountain.
Oak
They got
Mountain.
like 3 lakes. They got all the eagles there and shit.
Oh, yeah, do you see any?
We're going back today. Swimming. We want to go swimming. It's a nice swim.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty nice. We got
I'll text you where it is.
yeah, let me know. That is sick. Awesome. Almost. I'll get it.
All right.
Well, I'll catch you over there.
Yeah. Be on the pump today. Maybe.
That's the rumor I heard. Yeah, not quite the beach. Testing. Live audio.
Testing. Live audio.
Nice.
Got that ball? We gotta win this one. That for both practice. Yeah. As long as we win. Not a real song. Oh, this shit is waterlogged. I'm hitting this in the woods.
Let's go, kid. You playing first today?
You see the water? In the woods.
Cole, anything to say to the fans before the game? Just say it loud. It'll pick up.
We're live?
Yeah, we're live.
I don't know. Great day to have a day. Gotta catch a dub.
Cole Hubert says it's a great day to catch a dub.
I say that was zesty. It's gonna be hot. Says
Cole,
Wetzel.
Cole Wetzel says. Wait, zesty is like. That's what I thought. Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Good start to the day.
We're gonna step on this team's throat. I think that Tyler is not well. Dirty sinker and a nasty slider.
Kid is nasty. Number 69. Tyler Azari. Is it Azari or Azaria? I say Azaria too. And I feel like the Pembrokes say Azari. But that's just the Pembrokes. His brother's good? Oh, his brother's like thicker, right? Yeah. I've seen him throw. I saw him throw this winter a little bit.
Is he a righty too?
I think he's a lefty, but I can't remember. Last night we were talking. Someone mixed up the Coles, and I was like, "We got to get you guys in as a package deal." Like, I'll only go to Columbia if you bring in bring Cole number 2.
Yes, sir. If you get off to the lead, 2 in at first, 1 in.
Oh yeah, tell Eric that. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, we need to figure that out because that's gonna be so cool. Welcome for those joining.
Welcome for the.
Good morning, Lumberjacks family, friends, teammates, competitors, scouts, whoever may be joining us on this fine Tuesday morning here in Hoover, Alabama, home of the SEC championship. What else would Hoover be known for? Maybe the vacuums, home of the vacuums. It's early. It's early, folks. 8 a.m. start today here. Lumberjacks will be the away team against the Knights. So the Lumberjacks starting pitcher today will be Tyler Azaria, tall right-hander, 3/4 arm slot, known for that sinker. And today the Lumberjacks will be facing a lefty with kind of a quick, herky-jerky delivery. And only seen him throw 1 pitch so far, but give you a quick scout from where I am sitting out here. Long story short, from what I'm seeing here, it's a lefty they're going to be able to hit. After coming off a game facing an excellent team in the East Cobb Astros, who, for whatever it's worth, when I was coming up in the baseball scene, this sort of high-level travel ball was really just beginning. Not a lot of out-of-state play, and I knew who the Astros were. I knew who the East Cobb Astros were from my little hometown in New Jersey, and it was cool to see the Jacks play, put up some zeros on the scoreboard against perennial talents, quite frankly. And today, back down to earth a little bit, facing the Knights. The Jacks are 1-1 in pool play. And this to give everyone a quick idea of where the Lumberjacks stand in tournament play here. This is an invite-only tournament, so every team here is very good. And small pools of 4. Pool winners advance, and then there are 8 wild cards. So, although the Jacks lost 9-0 yesterday to the Astros, the shutout by Cole Hubert in Game 1 actually puts them in position for a potential wild card spot with a victory in a low-scoring game today. Having spoken with Coach Dan Pembroke pregame just a bit, the understanding is the Lumberjacks are just coming out here looking for a win today. Obviously, the lower the score, the better the chance of said win. But exciting for a chance to be playing for some playoff baseball here in Hoover against invite-only talent from across the country. So leading off today, the left-hander, Jacob Schmutz, and I'm just going to double check this audio real quick.
Jacob Schmutz.
All right, sounds like we're good. So Schmutz, 2-1 count to him. And that fastball misses, 3-1 count. So that fastball misses for ball 4. And Schmutz is aboard with a leadoff walk. Bringing to the plate the shortstop, Benny Franquise. And Benny has been starting to put some better swings on the ball as of late. He was the go-ahead and only run scored thus far this tournament for the Lumberjacks on that Nicholas Mirable go-ahead game-winning RBI. And that breaking ball, first pitch misses, and Schmutz easily takes second, makes a turn. So Benny continued looking to get dialed in at the plate. Definitely seen some better swings out of him lately, and he'll quickly be in a hitter's count with a runner in scoring position. So now out the set, shortstop playing almost behind the bag is Benny, showing why you don't shift him. At least don't shift him that much, because he has the ability to really drive the ball the other way, and that's when Benny's at his best. Seeing the ball deep in the zone, using that twitchy athleticism to drive it the other way. Excellent piece of hitting by Franquise, line drive base hit to left field. Advancing Schmutz over to third. Coach Dan holding him as that ball was smoked. Got to the left fielder. Outfield playing fairly shallow quickly, and with no outs and Nicholas Mirable at the plate, that's the right call. And Nick swinging first pitch. Great to see him be aggressive. Deja vu on that last hit by Franquise. Almost identical piece of hitting. And Nick has been swinging the bat much better as of late. Again, that opposite field hitting from Mirable is really his bread and butter. RBI for Nick, 2 on the tournament. The Jacks have scored 2 runs this tournament, both Nicholas Mirable RBIs. So quick 1-0 lead as Cole Hubert will step into the plate in the cleanup spot here. Or excuse me, a little bit of a change in the lineup. No, it's Cole Hubert. So many lefties on this team. Cole was the pitcher responsible for the complete game shutout on Sunday. Looking to do damage on the other side of the field now. They'll be playing first base today. Fastball misses down and away. And so Huber will be looking to jump on a pitch to hit here, as the left-hander has not yet shown any stuff in which I would say is dominant. And Hubert, ground ball up the middle, shortstop unable to handle it. Potential double play ball turns into a single, an RBI base hit for Cole Hubert and the Lumberjacks. A walk and 3 consecutive hits, and that'll result in an early mound visit here for the Knights. 2-0 lead for the Lumberjacks. Runners on first and second. All 3 balls hit hard. And you start seeing those midsummer adjustments at the plate by the Jacks here. Earlier in the year, in these situations, guys were getting up with RBI opportunities, getting a little over anxious early in counts. We saw a lot of infield pop-ups, weaker fly balls. And today, you have base hit the other way, line drive, base hit the other way, and a hard ground ball up the middle for 3 consecutive hits. Sort of adjustments you look to see out of the team as we move closer and closer into regional play. So Alex Sherringle here, first righty in the Jacks lineup, and in terms of the left-handed advantage, it is the Jacks' top of the order in which the Knights would have had the alleged upper hand, but all 4 lefties finding their way on. As Sherringle looks to strike himself, takes a fastball, and up 1-0 in the count. That was the right take. Solid location there, low and away for the first strike. And that pitch missing up and in, 2-1. So Sherringle has shown an ability to drive the ball with some power this summer. 2 home runs on the season. And that fly ball will find its way out of play. So 2-2 count. And that was Sherringle's power swing, just a bit behind. Look to shorten up just a bit. Move these runners over. Find a way on. Ooh, and a fastball on the inside corner had Sherringle backing off just a bit. Looked a bit inside from here, but pitcher threw it with conviction. Gets the call for the first out of the inning. 1 away to bring up Harris Rosner in the 6 hole. 7 RBIs on the summer for Harris. And Harris hitting .257 on the summer. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? Like, that was ridiculous. So, unsure of the strategy there. Pitcher clearly struggling early. You have first and second, 1 out. And the Lumberjacks are caught looking to steal third before the pitcher even came set. So really easy put out. And you could see Coach Dan frustrated over at third because the Lumberjacks have made so many outs at third base this summer, base running. So a lot of quality adjustments in terms of the swing approach, in terms of leveling out the swinging in the right counts, but the base running continues to be an issue as Coach Dan a bit frustrated with that decision. But regardless, a strong first inning puts the Lumberjacks up 2-0 with Tyler Azaria, the tall right-hander, taking the mound. for the Lumberjacks with an early 2-0 lead. And we'll be back momentarily with the audio for more Lumberjacks baseball. Thanks for tuning in. Got the bucket, got the umbrella. And so we are back. Just double checking the audio here. Reason I'm double checking the audio so much today is because the audio. There we go. It's working. The audio. The reason it sounds much crisper, clearer than it had earlier in the season is Lumberjacks baseball, now officially sponsored by the Dailies, or I should say unofficially. I don't know what the corporate repercussions would be for this, but sponsored by JBL and the Daily family, coming in absolutely clutch, allowing us the opportunity to use some quality equipment to bring you the best listening experience possible. So thank you to the Daily family and JBL as Tyler Zary evens the count at 1 here in the bottom of the first. Looking to put zeros up on the board to give the Jacks an opportunity at the gold bracket here. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. As he gets up 1-2. So situation again. Lumberjacks 1-1 on the tournament, but have allowed 8 runs total. And if they can keep this run total down and get this win, there are 8 wild card positions. And 8 total runs would put you in a solid spot as a 2-1 team to get one of those wild card spots. And that is a ground ball to third and hit at a fieldable speed, but takes a wicked hop. And that's Evan Schickler over there at third. He has been a vacuum for the Lumberjacks all summer. So you know it's a bad hop if it gets over his shoulder like that. And if the scorekeepers know a thing or two, that should go down as a base hit without a doubt. But a tough play puts a runner on first, and the Knights look to bunt their way over with the 2-hitter, down 2-0 in the first. And that, in a way, is a telltale sign. If it's the first inning, you're down 2, but you're really not in like the craziest predicament ever. And you're already looking to bunt guys into scoring position. That could tell you something about the strength of the lineup. Could also be a speed threat at the plate, and Tyler will look to find out. Count even at 1, leadoff man aboard. Cole Hubert at first, holding him close, and Tyler delivers, missing 2-1. So taking you around the field real quick. Pitching, Tyler's area. Behind the plate, Mike Martinez. First base, Cole Hubert. Second base, Alex Sharingle. Shortstop is Benny Franquise, and third base is Evan Schickler. Taking a look around the outfield, we have Jacob Schmutz in right, Amon Airy in center field, and Nicholas Mirable with the RBI base hit on the day over in left. As Airy delivers, so then that one will miss for ball 4. None of those misses were too out of the zone, so look for Tyler to settle in here. and get us out. Again, playing for the win, but also playing for zeros today. Tyler comes set, delivers. That fastball will be in there for strike one on the outside corner to the left-hander. Big left-hander up in the 3-hole. Tyler throwing with that 3/4 arm slot, though, and having that lanky delivery allows him to get in on the hands of these lefties, though, so not as much of a lefty-righty advantage typically. And a delayed steal puts runners at the corners with no one out. So, offensive game thus far. As the Jacks, who put themselves in a fairly comfortable position with a 2-0 lead in the first, quickly find themselves in a tense defensive situation. So, runners at the corners. And Tyler delivers that one, will miss out. And a little extra zip on that fastball, perhaps overthrowing, trying to compensate. Puts Tyler behind 3-1. And command is usually a strength of his, so look for him to settle back in. Pitch to contact, double play here would be the ideal situation, especially with that super strong middle infield of Franquise and Sharingal. Tyler gets a swing and a miss there on the sweeper. And a fly ball deep outfield. That's going to be a difficult play, and that'll get over Mirable's head for a double. Driven the other way. Some wild Fortnite-style celebrations there. And the run will cross for the Knights, and men at second and third with still no one away. So Tyler's still looking to get his first out of the game. We'll look to get ahead with a first pitch strike here, and he delivers just low, 1-0. And typically with these early games, 8 a.m. games, I feel as if, in general, pitchers have the advantage. Takes the timer through. Oh, and that's a ground ball to third. That one gets by Schickler again. Unfortunately, a bit less of an excuse on the hop that time. That one just hitting his glove. And that'll tie the game and put runners at the corner. So both teams' defenses off to a bit of a slow start here at the early game, as we have a 2-2 ball game with no outs here in the bottom of the first. So Coach Mike, Cardinals legend, will call timeout, have a word with his young right-hander. and an extended conversation with the infielders after Mike leaves. Actually, don't see that often, broken up by the umpire. Get this thing rolling. But it's also good to see the boys taking some responsibility, communicating, letting their pitcher know they're behind them. It could be a lonely place out there in sports when you're having trouble getting outs, and that's what makes pitching so much harder than any other position in any other sport. You are truly alone out there, for better or worse. And Tyler will look to get himself back in the dugout and out of the spotlight as soon as possible. And does a good job of settling in there after the quick break. Quickly getting ahead 0-2 on a deep fly ball, but foul. So Tyler able to get ahead quickly. Lumberjacks middle infield is positioned to trade an out for two outs for a run, but this one hit to the corner. Schickler playing even with the bag. Makes a solid throw home as the runner breaks on contact. Not too much speed down the line, and Schickler able to easily throw him away. Still a difficult play. A lot of pressure on that situation with a run at stake and a tag needing to be made, and Martinez stands in there firmly, makes the tag, and the Lumberjacks get their first out. Take the runner off the corner. Keep the score tied. So still 2-2. Still a double play situation, and no runner at third any longer. So Tyler will look to roll another ground ball here. And with his sinker being a primary pitch in his arsenal, there's a fairly high chance of that occurring. For Tyler, it's really about getting ahead so that guys can't pick and choose what to swing at. His velocity is not such that behind in the count, his fastball is going to overwhelm a hitter with runners in scoring position. But his unique arm slot and his ability to deliver that downward motion with that sinking fastball, forcing swings on balls dropping out of the zone when you're ahead in the count, is really his bread and butter. Pitching to contact with a strong defense behind him. That'll be the key to getting a few more quick outs this inning. Gets the swing and a miss there on that fastball. And quite frankly, a pretty ugly one at that on that fastball. So I would look for him to go back to that fastball again, just attack, put himself in a strikeout situation. And we'll see what he elects to do here. Does go back to the fastball, and it's lined up the middle for a base hit and an RBI. So that fastball caught a bit too much plate, being up with 2 strikes and a short swing there. Timing adjustment made. 3-2 Knights. 1 out. So getting towards the bottom of the order here, they'll look. Oh no, and that's just wow. So with 1 away, Mike Martinez looks to try and catch the Knights by surprise with runners on first and second, and attempts a back pick. Looked like the ball just slipped out of his hand. Ends up deep down the right field line, and runners will advance. Runner from second coming all the way around to score. So after an excellent first inning offensively, the mental lapse trying to take third with one out seems to carry over to the field as the Lumberjacks have just typically been so locked in and consistent on the defensive end of things. But some mental lapses have resulted in 4 early runs for the Knights. And perhaps I have to take some personal responsibility. Getting ahead of myself talking about the necessity of putting up zeros today with a wild card spot on the line. But really, it's only at this level, this sort of tournament play, in which run total and runs given up, all that matters. At the end of the day, baseball and life, folks, is about winning and losing and how you handle it. So forget the zeros, forget where you stand in the standings. Reset and get a win. That'll be the mentality for the remainder of this game. So a little disagreement there on the count. I actually thought there were 2 strikes. The batter thought he struck out. But he'll be called back into play as there was certainly only 2 strikes on that swing and miss. Breaking ball. Well, how is it that you thought you struck out and then they throw another strike? And that's not strike 3. So the count's all messed up right now. I don't think anyone knows the count. That's very odd. I've never seen that before. And another breaking ball, that'll get him. Wait, what? How many strikes are the... I'm so confused. The batter swung and missed, walked back to the dugout as if he struck out, and then they called 2 more strikes. Regardless, there has to be 2 now. As Tyler delivers, that ball misses off the plate. I'm going to have to run that back later when we upload this game because that was very confusing. So Benny working it short, keeping him close, and fastball blows it by him. Little extra velo for Tyler. Oh, you know what it was? It's a different batter. Back-to-back strikeouts for Tyler ends the inning. My apologies there, folks. So, after one, 4-2 Knights over the Lumberjacks. And a strong finish to the inning by Tyler, and they'll need him. Limited arms left for this Jacks roster here in Hoover. 4-2 after one. So with this pace of play, time could be a factor in this game, ladies and gentlemen. Already 30 minutes into today's ball game. I believe we have a hour 45, hour 50 time clock. So Evan Schickler followed by So Evan Schickler will lead off the inning for the Lumberjacks. Takes fastball down and away, 4-1. Fouls that one off. 1-1 count here to Schickler. Fastball swung on and missed, cut right under. 1-2. So base runners of inheritance, given the direction of this game being quite offensive, as the Knights pitcher working extremely quickly this inning, 2-2. Harder slider there. Saw some loopier breaking balls from lefty to lefty last inning, and goes with the hard slider to the right-hander. Misses. Jumps right back into his motion. Fastball cut on and missed for the first out of the inning. Brings to the plate today's catcher and this tournament's only catcher, so they get a lot of work back there. Mikey Martinez, who found himself a bit under the weather a few days ago and showed up and grinded out every inning behind the plate regardless, does it again today. Just an absolute dog and an animal. But after years of watching the Martinezes play baseball in the Lumberjacks organization, there is no surprise at that. And Martinez takes the fastball away. 2-0. Saw his parents were able to make it into town for today's game. So hopefully Mikey looks to put on a show for Pops. Doesn't get an opportunity that at bat, but draws a walk, and it's an important base runner on the paths for the Lumberjacks to start the second inning. Brings up to the plate Harris Rosner. Or excuse me, that's not Harris Rosner. That is Sorrentino. First pitch swinging. Left-hander drives a base hit to right field. Excellent piece of hitting. Low line drive. Sees a fastball to hit and goes after it. So Martinez, the catcher, allowed a pinch runner bring Keith Hall to second base for some action. With Sorrentino at first and Amon Airy coming to the plate. So Lumberjacks swinging the bat really well today. All low line drive base hits, and that's also when Airy's at his best. Clearly not overpowered or overwhelmed by this left-hander's stuff. Putting good swings on the ball early. It's really the Lumberjacks defense today that has been off to a slow start in an interesting turn of events. Atypical. That said, another solid offensive start this inning as Airy takes a second ball. Jacks hopefully will be looking to be a bit more conservative getting to third base. Especially with the speedy Airy up, tough to double up. So that ball missed down, and Amon finds himself ahead in the count 3-0. Pitch delivered, fastball down the middle for the first strike of the at bat. So Ari doing the right thing, understanding the necessity of base runners in this situation. That ball will miss down and in though, so a disciplined approach by Amon Ari there. Loads the bases for the top of the order with the awareness of the ever dangerous Jacob Schmutz coming to the plate. And that's a really dangerous threat there when you have Ari to Schmutz from bottom to top, kind of that double leadoff situation. And Schmutz has quite frankly been the most lethal offensive threat for the Lumberjacks all summer. Similar to the Mets with Lindor, moving him up into the leadoff spot has really provided that spark, but you know he has that pop and that power ability to drive runs in. Oh, no, he's safe. So Schmutz hits a hard ground ball up the middle. Shortstop, or excuse me, second baseman ranges to his right, makes an excellent backhanded stop. Actually looked like he had an ability to take it himself and throw to first. Would have been difficult with his momentum taking him away from the first base bag. So he elects to flip, but the shortstop looked like he had assumed he would be taking it himself. Little miscommunication by the middle infield of the Knights. Ball drops, and shortstop picks up the ball, unable to get to second before Ari does. Actually, was a fairly difficult call for the umpire. That's one where a lot of times at this level you'll see him just punching out anyway. But credit to the umpire for sticking with that play. How often do we say that? Making the correct call. And the Lumberjacks, in what could have been an inning-ending double play, instead find themselves with the bases remaining loaded in a now 4-3 ball game with the Army commit Captain America Benny Franquise at the plate. So Benny quickly finds himself behind in the count. But with his athletic ability and ability to get his hands to the ball so quickly, I don't anticipate strike three coming. Flares the ball down the left field line, staying alive, but left fielder unable to reach that. Benny returns to the box here. So 1-2 count to Franquise. Pitcher still working quickly. Out of the windup now, delivers. Franquise a little behind on that breaking ball. Saw it deep, and didn't quite time out his line drive, but drives the ball deep enough to center to score another run. So that'll be an RBI sac fly for Benny Franquise. Lumberjacks tie the game. Nicholas Moran by swinging a hot bat, stepping to the plate. The arbiter takes breaking ball down and away for ball one. Lefty lefty goes to the more of a sweeping breaking ball instead of the harder slider, it seems, to the left-handers. I don't know, and that looked like it could have been a balk, but who knows what a balk is anymore. As that ball misses away as well, 2-0. So Nick in the hitter's count. And he's been at his best and is at his best when he is aggressive on pitches to hit. And this time a balk is called. Pitcher been moving a little bit erratically and quickly, and like I said, I don't even know what a balk is anymore these days. But it looked like he was doing it, and there you go. He'll look for a bit of a confirmation from the field umpire. Field umpire tells him, listen, no one knows what a balk is. It's just if you do weird things, eventually it's going to get called, and you've been doing a lot of weird things. So we got to call it. And a little bit of chirping there from the Knights coach. So now 2 in scoring position for Mirable. Takes the force away from all but first. And a ball inside, 3-0. No sign from Coach Dan. He'll allow his 3-hitter to swing should he get a good pitch to hit. And he does, but the good teammate that he is, he takes the low inside corner pitch for strike 1. And quickly delivering right into that next pitch. Nick taking a good swing. Just missed timing at full count. So a pitcher that works extremely quickly. Can be effective, keeping hitters off balance until you start getting off balance yourself. And a close pitch there. What do you do? And Nick draws a solid walk there, but Schmutz finds himself halfway down to third, and that could have been a devastating third out for the Jacks on another boneheaded base running mistake. And you see Coach Dan being a little frustrated, like, what are we doing on the base paths? But regardless, no harm done. Bases loaded, pitcher out of the windup to the cleanup man, Cole Hubert. Takes ball 1, so Cole will be looking to swing here. Breaking ball missing badly, 2-0. And I could feel the anticipation and the excitement in the air. It's like the way you feel the pressure start to build for a thunderstorm, that's what this at-bat feels like to me. Breaking ball in there for a strike 1. And you're just waiting for that humidity to just break. And that's the kind of big swing I'm anticipating out of Cole here on a 2-1 fastball. Gets the 2-1 fastball. That'll miss 3-1. Tie game here. Or I thought it was tied. Scoreboard said 3-4. And Cole throws his gear before the umpire makes the official call, and he'll be called right back to the box, full count. And you hear the dugout say, now we run, Schmutz. Correct. 3-2, full count. Runners will be moving, and that'll be ball 4. So the RBI the easy way for Cole Hubert. Ties the game at 4. Well, I thought it was 5-4. And according to the Lumberjacks game changer, it's 5-4. According to the scoreboard here, it is now 5-4. Okay, good. I'm not going too crazy. Missed a strikeout earlier. 8 a.m., a little early. Limited technology. We got a 5-4 Lumberjacks lead here with 2 outs in the top of the second in what has been a offensive, slow-moving game. We're coming on an hour into this game, and we're in the top of the second. So the Lumberjacks continue to look to punish this Knights left-hander as some action in their bullpen begins to start getting loose. Alex Sharingal, with that sneaky pop, gets to the plate, missing badly low and in, as the wheels are starting to come undone for the Knights on the mound here. And that's that thing with the quick pace on the mound when you're in a rhythm. As Sharingle laces a base hit to left. 2 outs, runners going on contact. That'll score 1. But Mirable will be held at third as that ball rocketed to left. No real chance at scoring 2 there. And the Jacks will keep it going. And we have a mound visit here, as well as a handoff of the ball. Jacks knock out the lefty in an inning and 2/3, putting up 6 runs. On 7 hits. Excellent start for the Lumberjacks offense. So good on the boys for taking a few mental lapses at the end of the first there. Not letting it affect their at-bats in the second. Going out there and getting a job done, making that lefty throw a ton of pitches. Knocking them out. Bringing in a right-hander to warm up here. And you saw the pace of that lefty. He was working extremely quickly in between pitches. I mean, if you're dominating guys, you're keeping them off balance, hitting your spots, throwing hard. That can be an effective strategy. When you're missing spot after spot after spot and you don't make a physical or mental adjustment, working that quickly can sometimes turn into a runaway train type scenario physically for you on the mound. And that's sort of what we saw to that lefty. His command continued to decrease as the inning went on, yet he continued to work faster. The Lumberjacks unfazed by the pace of play. And they'll be facing a stock righty here. Why would you describe this right-hander coming in, Mr. Bill Wetzel? Is stock righty fair? Stock? Seems pretty stock, right? Stock, like Iron Mike kind of batting practice, average righty, like what you expect, you know? So we're joined briefly by Mr. Bill Wetzel here, who was catching 50-pound largemouth yesterday with his buddies from the IRS, and he graciously used said return to purchase an umbrella for the Lumberjacks media crew. So thank you. Shout out to Bill Wetzel. Bill, were you a better pitcher than the man we're seeing on the mound right now in this live situation?
Well, I don't know, Johnny. I threw about 85 in high school, and I had no curveball, though.
You threw 85? Did they have guns back when you were in high school? Or were you doing like stopwatch and doing the math?
Right after high school, I was done.
Right after high school?
I played a little stand usual.
You know, 85 is solid, man.
That's what I was gone once. Could have been close.
No, I'm going to go 85. Sitting 85 as Harris Rosner drives the ball deep center. That should be caught. And it is. As Lumberjacks side retire, but a great swing as the offense continues to execute. We'll look for that momentum to be carried out on the defensive end here. So we have a 6-4 lead heading into the bottom of the second. Zeros will be big, as that'll still keep the Jacks with 13 total runs allowed in contention for one of those 8 playoff spots. We'll be back. Well, I would say there's a chance they're in contention because, like, think about it. So if all the pool winners advance, everyone else will be 2-1. So if you have a loss and you've played 3 games, I would think, like, how many runs do you think you let off over 3 games? Like 13. If they kept it here, 13 runs seems reasonable for a 2-1 team. For 8 of them, you know? Because that's.
I gotta go home on Thursday.
You got guides?
No, I got Tuesday.
What's What's the shindig?
Where have you been?
What, like the Surf Rats ball
Yeah, it's
tournament?
Yeah, it's a tournament reward, but I raise money for kids with cancer, and it's like a huge giant barbecue.
Where is it?
It's a cat tree bait tag.
I saw you post something about that. Yeah.
You're not gonna be home.
But you're always posted, so I sometimes it doesn't even show up in my feed. You know the way the algorithm works now.
What's that? Try one.
I try and watch the live. Try and watch it live, Bill. That's when you gotta be best. What's up?
People are sick of those lives.
I don't think.
care.
You know you're famous for it, right?
I'm famous for it.
Yeah.
I don't have as many followers as you guys.
Yeah, but you probably do better numbers.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I kind of done with it. I kind of want to just fish for fun again, man. It's too stressful.
I do fish for fun. Wasn't fun. I wouldn't be doing it.
There you go. So Tyler, Zeri. I've been on here the whole time, kid. What do you think I get paid to do here? Hey, as soon as you joined the live, though, Bill, 11 people hopped in. So fly ball, that one down the line. Jacob Schmutz, the stellar athlete, ranging. Schmutzy, is that it? Which one's Mr. Schmutz? Is Mr. Schmutz listening or is Mr. Schmutz here?
He's probably listening.
Okay.
If he's here, I don't know. He's not here. His wife is here.
Gotcha. As Schmutz ranges down the right field line, makes an excellent play for the first out. Yeah, that's the second bunt attempt we've seen early in the count. As Tyler delivers a fastball low and away, gets the foul ball. So quick out and a quick strike for Tyler. Good bounce back after the Jacks retake a 6-4 lead here. Bill, how would you scout this team when we're facing? What would be your assessment thus far through an hour of play? Not a scout. But that's kind of being a fisherman, I feel, is similar to being a scout in that sense. You know, it's about reading the atmosphere, the environment, a lot of variables. Swing and a miss there for Tyler on the sinker. 0-2. And Tyler working quick himself, throws a breaking ball, that one missing up and away. But in a position for his third strikeout of the game, should he deliver quality pitch. That ball gets inside a little bit and a choppy swing. Wow, and that one gets out. The way the swing mechanics there, I really didn't think there was any way that ball was getting out, but the Alabama atmosphere, slight elevation here in Hoover, the humidity in the air, and that ball carried and carried and carried. But no harm, no foul. It's fine. Tyler's throwing strikes. He's working quick. Move on. 6-5 ball game. Lumberjacks still have the lead. Shocked that ball got out. Didn't look like he swung hard. Didn't even look like he got it on the barrel. That's what I thought too. I thought he got fisted a bit. And that is truly being fisted. Should be an easy play. Hubert gets his way back to the bag as Sharon able to make the play. 2-away. So credit to Tyler. Bouncing back. Quick first out. Got ahead on a second man. Kind of a fluke solo shot. And then a quick second out there. So he'll look to get the boys back in. Sinker missing down 1-0. Wait till you hear the audio, Bill, from the JBL that the Dailies gave.
Really?
It's
Why don't you have it on today?
I have it on right now.
That's JBL?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
They also gave us the podcasting mic. I just saw it was supposed to rain today, so I didn't set that one up. Well, like the tubular mic, I have it in the car. I don't know if it's Bluetooth or not, so I haven't set that up yet. 1-1 count for Tyler. Fly ball, shallow center. Amon playing fairly deep, but gets a good jump on it. That retires the side. So much better defensive effort from the Jacks that inning. And Tyler.
I'll say this. If you look at the kids today,
So hold on, speak up.
I said if you look at the kids today playing,
Mm-hmm.
I played back in the 80s, 90s, 80s, basically. I mean, the kids today are way more like into it. They're more built. They didn't have travel. I mean, you look at these kids; they're all jacked.
They're all jacked.
Every single one of them. Every team that you go, the kids are like there to play. I mean, they're there to play.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the thing. I remember growing up watching games in like fourth grade. You go to like the sports bar with your dad after the game, and I'd watch the Yankee games and see like Mike Mussina out there, like Hall of Fame guys throwing 90. And I always thought, hey, if I hit 90 one day, I got a shot. Now that number is 96. It's crazy. I mean, this didn't exist, this perfect game circuit type thing. It was like kind of like Legion ball in the summer, like town against town for you. That's what I did.
When I was 12 years old,
Back in my day.
12 years old, I remember when we went to Philadelphia. They had like they picked the best kids. I happened to be on the team, and they flew us to Philadelphia and we stayed at the other teams' parents. We didn't have any cell phones. It was just we had their phone number. Imagine that today. You're sending your 12-year-old off to like some other state
No.
to be with another coach's.
No. I even saw the transition like when these kids started getting into school. Like when I was in college, my freshman year, I was D3 ball. It was like, it's still D3. So our whole team hit 10, 12 home runs a season. And then my senior year, the kids who were coming in as freshmen, sophomores were hitting 10, 12 home runs apiece as D3 guys. And I was like, even just a few years difference with the training regiments.
Right.
It's also why I feel like you see so much more injury, though, because I feel like anyone can physically throw 90 miles an hour, but not everyone's meant. Like, if you just like, no, that's true. But what I'm saying is like a lot more people are throwing 90 than should be throwing 90. Like they get to the number, but your body's not necessarily ready. You're physically capable of handling it over a full season. There's so many ways to kind of shortcut training. Evan Schickler steps to the plate to lead off the third. Against the righty, finds himself up 2-0, and that ball missing down and in 3-0. There's no way that's 350 left. That or the ball is just. Well, I was where he hit it over that visionary carry, probably 350 if the dimensions are to be believed. And Schickler takes that ball on the corner 3-1. So good take by Schickler. Do you find that balls travel way further when it's humid out?
That's what they say.
I think so, yeah. As Schickler hits that fly ball to right field, as the outfield is playing extremely shallow. And quite frankly, that ball should have been a routine fly ball, but you mentioned earlier in the game the shallow positioning of the Knights, and Schickler punishes them with a leadoff double the opposite way. So that brings to the plate Mikey Martinez. He's a crowd favorite. He's a fan favorite. He's a family favorite. He played sick yesterday. We were talking about that earlier in the chat, me and myself and I. And I was kind of reluctant to give so many details as to him playing sick because on the one hand you want to shout out the toughness, on the other hand you don't need parents being like, "We were sick around my kid." And a shallow fly ball to right will retire the first. Here comes the sun. Want your umbrella? I'll hold it up. I'll hold it up for us. On some. I don't even mind holding it. It's all right. You got some shade from it? So Bill and I are standing out in right field. Give you a visual with like a Mary Poppins type beach umbrella.
Going swimming after the game?
So after the game, I got a few things I gotta do, but I'll see if I can get over to Oak Mountain. Oak Mountain, for those listening, willing to join. Trying to see a stellar beach bod. Bill will be swimming, and a big cut by who is this? Sorrentino. Yeah, so it's my first. This is my first weekend with Sorrentino. I'm down to knowing most of the names by heart, but Mr. Sorrentino is new to the game out here, coming off Tommy John playing good baseball first couple games back. Had a base hit earlier in the game, first pitch swinging in another RBI spot here.
Johnny, why do you think there's so much Tommy John these days?
Why do I think there's so much Tommy John these days? It's because of what I think it's because I was mentioning before, Bill. Like guys who are throwing 90 or 100 who shouldn't be. Because you try and shortcut for velocity. Because everyone's just training so hard. And
I think it was always an issue for people just pitch through it.
I think there's that
They
too.
just work.
Like
It's like, oh, my arm hurts. You keep throwing.
well, now they got the surgery so well, so it's done so well now that it's like having a fresh elbow. So people get it like there's a lot of people who get it precautionarily. Like
What?
yeah, there are people who get it before it tears.
Are you kidding me?
No. I mean like not like a fully healthy elbow, but like they'll have like micro tears or it'll be strained. Like I believe like Otani didn't need it yet, but they were like, you're probably gonna need it. So like get it now so you just have a fresh start. I'm personally against going under the knife for pretty much any reason unless it's absolutely necessary. But
Surgery on my knee since I've been 17 years old.
Sorrentino draws a walk to bring up Moneri.
Moneri!
I want to hear something gross from a knee here. Let's see if I can get it. Oh yeah, you hear that? Yeah, it's every time. It's a marathon running. Pop it whenever I want. Moneri takes out and away for ball one. We'll have to get Bill's own headset, folks. Link up some headsets. No? They don't pay you enough for that out here? Actually, in all reality, you're indirectly paying me. So, and there, yeah.
How's that?
Well, I mean, you probably pay the Lumberjacks something.
Oh, right. That's true. A little something, something. Just a little something.
Harry takes it in 2-0.
It's worth it, though, or else I wouldn't do it.
It's worth it, folks. That's a quality endorsement. 2-0, Airy takes fastball up, and he's had some disciplined at-bats today. Drew walk in his first at-bat. That put no, then Schmutz hit a single right behind him. So he walked. Schmutz hit the ground ball up the middle. So Airy 3-0 count with one away. With the top of the order coming up and potentially bases loaded, look for him to take here. He does. Coach Dan giving him the old-fashioned clap, meaning do your thing, kid. And a big cut there on 3-1 fastball. And a good cut as well, just under it. Timed it up well, but that'll fill up the count.
I hate looking through the nets, man. It's so much better watching the game.
That's why I set up the phone over here today, so just have a better view. Full count to Airy. Pitch in, up and in, ball 4. And Amon Airy on base for his second time today.
Go, Schmutzy!
Wait, did he have a base hit his first at bat? I thought he walked. So it's early, man. What do you think about 8 a.m. baseball?
I like it.
You do?
7
That's the fishing mentality, though. That's that fishing mentality.
Get up at 5. It's nice. Nobody's around. Hydrate up. Have your eggs.
And Jacob Schmutz, top of the order, up now, with able to do some damage. Oh, and a devastating play. That was the hardest hit ball of the day. absolute rifle. Likely would have cleared the bases with Aries' speed at first. Instead, first baseman able to put a glove on it and catch it, almost double up the Jacks. Unbelievable swing, and unfortunately, as good of a swing as it was, the play was just as good. Even with the bag, had no time to react and gets a glove on it. And what would have been 3 RBIs instead turns into the second out. But the Jacks still in an offensive position here with Benny Frankie's up and some struggling command.
Benny?
Benny up 1-0 early. The big B's.
Huge.
I've seen those Hornets. That's southern stuff. And Benny up 2-0 early. I think they do sting, the big ones. I don't know. I wouldn't mess with them. And sometimes in a non-manicured field, they'll burrow up in the infield.
They look like a damn bird.
And Benny quickly finds his way up 3-0. Right-hander doesn't seem to want to come in on the lefty. I have him take. I mean, listen, like, you don't tell a kid like Benny, like, to take, right? I don't think you give him a take sign. But, like, he should know better than to swing unless it's, like... Because I feel like, personally, if you're like Benny and you're facing a guy like this as he draws a walk, gets the RBI, Lumberjacks up 7-5 now. Like, if you're Benny, you're a singles guy. Like, you're a base hit guy. So a walk's just as good. And he has no command. He's struggling with his command at this level. So, like, your chance of getting a walk versus a hit are probably higher. If you're like a Robbie Mello from last year and you could put a ball out and do some mega damage, different opportunity there. But for Benny, it's like a base hits an RBI and a walks an RBI. It's the same end result. So I think he's a smart player, understands his position in the lineup and like what he's meant to do. And he draws his walk there, gets his RBI. Bringing up to the plate, Nick Mirabile, been swinging a good bat. Finds himself up 2-0. What time is it here, Bill? 9:12. We're kind of coming up on time relatively soon. And so a strike to Nick makes the count 2-1, but so far really only 78-mile-an-hour fastballs for strikes, and the Jacks are jumping all over him. A couple of, and Nick takes that one for a strike. And again, Mirabile at his best when he's swinging. Yeah, wow. How good is my eye radar? I said 78-mile-an-hour fastball. He said 78. Yeah. And Nick, 2 strikes. That one shallow pop up. And an unfortunate end to the inning for the Jacks. Would have liked to see a hard hit ball to finish it. But regardless, another run scores. Jacks take a 7-5 lead. They are in offensive command here. But a few chances to put this game absolutely away in the last 2 innings. Go uncapitalized, but that's the name of the game, folks. It's tough to play out here. And you can't complain with a lead. So 7-5 as we see Tyler Azeri returning to the mound after a great second inning. Quick second inning. Looking for just as quick of a third. Oh, that sun is brutal. Bill, fun fact for you. I have like not slept in Alabama. I
Really?
can't sleep.
Why not?
I think our house is haunted.
I love it. I should come and check that place out.
You gotta. The blood stain is crazy. Blood stain down the stairs.
Is there really?
If you were
Are you sure it's
if
bloodstain?
it's so crazy, the blood stain in the Airbnb that the Pembrokes rented us, that like if you were like a detective who specialized in splatter analysis, you could probably tell exactly like what occurred. There's that much.
Did anybody call the B&B place? Say, yo, you got bloodstains on
No, I think it's just part of it. You know, it's just part of the experience.
the mansion.
It's a pretty big house. Yeah, it's a sick little mansion. It's like a little 1920s plantation style thing.
Is it clean?
Clean enough. There was a little bit of a problem with termites in the upstairs bathroom, but it's such an old house. Like it's like old house stuff. It's clean. And Tyler induces the foul ball there to start the third inning on the sinker. Gets up 1-2. Yeah, you gotta come hang. We had a stray dog run through yesterday. A stray dog.
You're in a stuff right?
I haven't, but I've had paranormal experiences with the Lumberjacks on the road for sure. In Cooperstown, of all places, that was the craziest. But I haven't heard anything. I just haven't slept. So I don't know if something's keeping me up inadvertently. And Tyler throws a breaking ball there. That one catches too much plate, 2 strikes, leaves that ball over the middle of the plate. Needed to get that one out of the zone a bit more. 3-hitter, able to throw a barrel on it, hit a hard ground ball to middle for a base hit. So
Ever have ceviche?
if I ever had ceviche, I've made it.
You made it? Shit, it's good. I made it too.
See, Robin.
It's unbelievable. See, Rob. Nice. Straight back.
So Tyler, first pitch swinging there, throws a fastball, gets a routine fly ball to the excellent defender Monarian center for the first out of the inning.
Where's the mic?
On the sides, so it picks up as we're talking. So Tyler Azeri gets his quick out, pitching to contact, throwing a lot more strikes here last couple innings, and I jinx him there as he throws that one up and away for ball 1. And that's David Youngwood, folks, making his way down the line. Pitched excellent against the best team in the country. Threw up 3 zeros. And a looping breaking ball there gets the call at strike 1. And David Youngwood, folks, I apologize. On the live stream, I've continuously mixed up his name with other various famous professional athletes, from Tommy Fleetwood to Danny Woodhead, as there's some light action in the Lumberjacks bullpen. Mr. Cole Wetzel getting the legs loose, as I'm sure Tyler's pitch count starting to slowly creep up. Had a quick second inning. Fastball fouled away. Evens count at 2. You know, we need a Lumberjacks radio app. We need to be on the air, like on 660.
660 radio or Lumberjacks radio?
Let's go, Jacks. F-A-M. Fastball up and away will fill the count. So 3-2-1. Runner at second. 1 away. Tyler set, deliver. Breaking ball fouled up. Should be out of play, but No effort from Martinez to try and get to that ball. Don't think he had much of a shot anyway, but bit of a misjudgment there with the wind pushing that ball back in. Honestly, if he caught that ball, he probably would have gotten hurt against that brick wall. And then we don't have a catcher. So plus he was puking yesterday, so they're gonna cut Martinez a little slack on that. Full count. Tyler set. Number 69 delivers fastball up and away. Ball 4.
What do you think he's sitting at?
Open base. What do I think he's sitting at? Like his fastball? 79.
Right there? Right there. That was 77. 79, 80 average.
I mean, my radar gun is unbelievable. I just don't need one. Been around the game, Bill, so I was just asked what the average velo was. I'm 2 for 2 on the day. I really don't miss. Now, if you were to ask Ryan Pembroke
Misses.
what he's sitting at,
I'd say 90.
I think he'd say like probably 87, touching 88.
Oh, he's got to advocate for his players.
He does it for the other teams though too, like
Oh, really?
and Ryan, if you're listening, I'm sorry, this is all in good fun, but because like if you face a guy and you only put up a couple runs in 7 innings, like, yeah, you can face it, no, I'm throwing 96. He's got to add 6 miles an hour. That's not a ladybug. It's like a June bug. That's definitely not a butterfly, Bill. Well, it's definitely not a freaking butterfly. It's not a firefly. It's the middle of the day. It's 7 a.m.
You don't think
Come on, Bill. Gotta know your bugs. So Tyler, man, on first and second, looking to get his ground ball. Throws that sinker. Middle infield pinching. Gets it. Frank Keys makes a smart play. Understood his momentum was carrying him towards first. Gets the easy out with the lead 2 away. So smart play by Frank Keys would have been nearly impossible to turn that. Lead runner there in that situation doesn't do much because you still have guys at the corner. So good instincts by the Lumberjacks shortstop. So 2 away, 2 in scoring position with a 2-run lead. So this is a big batter here for Tyler, who sets, delivers, fastball, corner, strike. Yes, now that one I think was 80. Give me a reload on that. I'm gonna say exactly 80. Tyler set, delivers, another fastball, swung on and missed 0-2. Do you pay for Diamond Cast? How much is Diamond Cast? How's the stream? Do they do a video stream as well?
That was 69. It said 69.
And breaking ball, grounder, fouled.
That was probably. He's not throwing 69.
No, that's off. Because those are actually 2 of his harder pitches. So Tyler up 0-2 in command, throws a good breaking ball. Batter able to stick the bat out at it, foul it away. Oh, and that's brutal. 0-2 hit batter, loads the bases. So it is a free base. So no harm on the scoring side, but had a guy 0-2 and in command. Oh, excuse me. In command to finish the inning strong, and he'll have to restart his efforts here with a fresh count.
I got some fruit for you, Cole, if you want.
So Tyler comes set, bases loaded, ball up and away.
69.
Can't say that, Bill. It's so funny. It's so funny. That's his number. 1-0 count.
You kids. All you think about.
Swing and a miss. 1-1. You coming to Florida? Come on.
I wish I could. I like to fly down and I'm like, I told my wife, let's just.
I promised my girl that you were going to take us on a guided trip in Florida. 2-1.
Yeah.
True. That would be my domain. 2-1 count. Big at-bat for Tyler here. Looking to settle in and get that third ground ball. And slows down his arm action there on the breaking ball. And you could see he sort of went to push that ball. So the mechanics changed on him on that last pitch. And tough situation for the mechanics to change because it's hard to make that adjustment quickly and get back into rhythm. So let's see if he can make a strong adjustment here. Gets the ground ball, gets by Schickler. That's going to score at least 2. Ball all the way to the corner. Mirable gets to it, gets it in. Strong throw holds the base runners at second and third, but that'll tie the game here in the bottom of the third with 2 outs and 2 still in scoring position. So just an offensive slugfest today from both sides.
Ever smell bait in there? Bait.
Smell the bait.
Smell the bait.
I never had picked up. Actually, that was something my girlfriend pointed out to me, was the bait smell. I didn't really know about that. But the West Coast, we don't get as much bait as the East Coast. The East Coast gets a lot of bait. So second and third, 2 outs. Tyler looking to get out of this inning with a tie game at least. Throws a fastball off the plate, ball 1. So Cole Wetzel, who was momentarily before getting loose, is now getting hot. 1-0 count. Tyler delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. I mean, his pitch count, I believe, is up around 85 for 3 right now. So not only laboring, but the opposing team has had such extended innings. He's had a lot of time in between innings, so it's difficult to come back and forth from the bench to the mound with that much time in between and maintain that level of consistency. A breaking ball there. And what we've seen from Tyler this inning on the breaking ball is a strong tell in that his delivery has been slowing down a lot. And then he tries to push his arm forward. So he hasn't been throwing that breaking ball for strikes. The fastball itself, though, as you see there, much smoother delivery, more on pace. You want to be throwing all of your pitches with the same cadence. So with 2 strikes, 2-2-2 situation, Jacks will be you need to block the money. So they don't do the 2-2-2 bench stuff, but I do. I'm kind of a softball person. Time called. You know about that, Bill? 2-2-2.
What?
So if it's 2-2-2, like up there, the offense is supposed to go like money, 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 and then beg for it. And the defense, you got to shield it. But no one's doing it, so I'm shielding it just in case. I did my job. So fouled off there. Good fastball from Tyler. My boy Cole. Looking to get his ender here. Chopper, Schickler sticks with it.
Yeah, good play.
And a tough pick by Evan at third. Prevents 2 runs from scoring, makes the throw across the diamond, and an equally tough pick by Cole Hubert at first. So good defensive effort by the Lumberjacks on that last play to retire the side. But not before the Knights are able to tie the game at 7. 7 up, as Bill Wetzel says. Thank you for joining us in the booth, Mr. Wetzel. Yes, that's good advice. Coach Mike. So, folks, tie game here going into the top of the fourth inning in what's been a very slow-moving game. 9:30 already. So,
And Benny quickly finds his way up 3-0. Right-hander doesn't seem to want to come in on the left. I have to take it. Listen, like, you don't tell a kid like that.
Three more. Three.
So the Jacks will return here for the top of the fourth. And I'm just doing a quick check on the audio. Sounds like we're good. And by the way, Mr. Frank Keys, appreciate the input in the chat today. Bill Wetzel is a legend. And yes, better view today. Bit of a difficult technical situation yesterday. So we'll be sticking with this viewpoint and this audio from here on out best we can. Tie game, top of the fourth. Lumberjacks looking to go 2-1 in pool play in what is an invite-only tournament. Difficult competition. Playing good baseball against quite literally the best team in the country and the best teams in the country. Cole Hubert, who made an excellent pick over at first base to get the Jacks out of a tough situation last inning, will lead things off quickly up 2-0 and takes a big cut there, foul it off 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike two on the fastball up. And Cole looking to settle down and not get beat here by the right-hander. Does a good job of seeing a ball away, getting a piece on it, staying alive. So again, not the sort of stuff that's going to necessarily overwhelm him physically. But when you're behind in the count and the zone expands, as Tyler came over to the bullpen, was giving Cole Wetzel a bit of a rundown on what to expect. Apparently the zone does appear big or small from a pitcher's perspective, but as a hitter, you still have to expand with 2 strikes. That one missing up and away, and a good leave by Cole, able to track that ball deep. And not only was it a good take in terms of his eye, but it was a good take in terms of how he approached the take. He was loaded up, hips ready to turn, saw that ball was drifting out of the zone and was able to lay off. So gets the count back to full and is able to drive a ball to left field. Excellent piece of opposite field hitting by the left-hander against the righty. Cole Hubert, the very mature approach to that at-bat. Able to battle his way back to a full count and see the fastball. Knew it was coming. Seeing the ball deep into the zone and driving it to left. Great job by Cole. Start things off for the Jacks. And the offensive onslaught from both teams continues with the leadoff base hit by Cole. So that brings to the plate Alex Sharingle, who takes up and in for ball one. Really haven't seen anything but fastballs from the right-handed reliever from the Knights. So Lumberjacks sitting fastball. And the thing is, when you could sit fastball and the command isn't there, you could sit fastball in a particular spot. And that's when things get really exciting as an offensive player. And Sharingle gets his fastball in his spot, drives a hard ground ball down the line. That one getting almost to the wall before it's picked up by the left fielder. It'll be an easy stand-up double by Sharingle. Hubert to third, and 2 in scoring position for Harris Rosner here. So the Jacks bats coming alive today. Excellent piece of hitting by Sharingle, picking up on that fastball down the middle, jumping all over it, and hitting a ball hard on the grounds past the glove of the third baseman for a stand-up double. So Rosner looking to get in on the action. A couple easy RBIs here. Takes a fastball down and away for ball one. Up and in, 2-0. So missing away, missing in. And a big cut there at the fastball down the middle. Just under a 2-1 count. So again, though, zoning up, got his fastball, took a really good swing on it. You just see how aggressive and lethal these swings are by the Jacks. That ball, a little bit up in the zone, and he elects to let it go. 2-2 count. And Harris flies that ball with 2 strikes to right field. And that should result in an easy sack, and it does. So, Rosner getting in on the action with his first RBI of the day, giving the Lumberjacks the lead 8-7 with 1 out here in the top of the 4th. So 6 different Lumberjacks now with RBIs on the day. 1 through 6 holes all have at least 1 RBI. And that brings to the plate Mikey Martinez, or excuse me, Evan Schickler, 1 for 2 on the day. So every Lumberjack today has gotten on base at least 1 time. Well, excuse me. That's almost true. That's almost true. Harris has not gotten on base yet, but he has the go-ahead RBI on the sac fly. So every Lumberjack has certainly contributed offensively, and almost every single one of them has found their way on base. And a wild pitch there scores Sharingle to make the score 9-7 here in the top of the 4th. That'll clear the bases for Schickler. And I know if I'm an offensive player back in my day, I'm a little bit upset, a little bit jealous that my easy RBI was taken from me. Man on third, less than 2. But hey, a team guy gets it. And a team guy Schickler is. So he gets the bases clean. Takes that breaking ball down to even the count at 2. Excuse me. And a big cut there, fastball down the middle. So 2-2 count to Schickler. Big cut, swinging, fouled away. And he drives the ball left field, carrying. And an over-the-shoulder grab by the left fielder. It didn't really even seem like he knew where he was. Takes a double away from Schickler to bring up Mikey Martinez. So Martinez steps up to the plate with 2 away and takes a fastball off the plate for ball 1. So Martinez, 2-0 count here, and takes a loopy breaking ball over the plate for strike 1. Mikey with a run and a walk on the day, looking to get his first base hit of the day. Hits that one hard down the line, but foul. For a 2-2 count to Martinez. Calls time, resets in the box. Looking to grip and rip with 2 outs. Hopefully clear the fence. Why not? Fouls it off. Always just rooting for a Mikey Martinez bomb, folks. It just am. Even if it's not the right approach for the kid at the plate, and I'm, try and generally be pretty objective and, if anything, somewhat challenging with my analysis of these young ball players. Just want to see him better. But Mikey is just something about the kid. I just want to see him hit a bomb, And unfortunately, the Knights take away that opportunity. They rip it from my heart with another walk, but solid approach at the plate by Martinez. 2 walks on the day for him, finding ways on to bring up Sorrentino once again. Sorrentino 1 for 1 to go along with a walk on the day. Also scored a run. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Low and away. Righty coming in at the lefty. And Tino had a absolute rocket base hit, first pitch swinging at the last strike he saw, but he elects to let this one go by to even the count at 1. Pitcher comes set, delivers ball up and away, 2-1. And check swing, but he goes around 2-2. He knows it. No need to check with the ump. So 2-2-2. I know I'll be doing the money, 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 and I know no kids know what I'm talking about these days, but I'll be doing the little softball chant, making sure money, 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 money. Come on, Sorrentino. There we go. Did my job. So 3-2 count. Doing my job here from the bench side of things, and Sorrentino doing his job at the plate. Full count. So full count after a 2-2-2 situation is actually when you draw a weapon. So you hit your hat and then draw your weapon of choice. Mine's bow and arrow, so I'll be looking to shoot a base hit for him. Ball 4. So excellent job by Sorrentino working his way back from being behind in the count to draw his second walk of the day and bring up Amon Airy. Runners at first and second with 2 outs, and we'll have another mound visit here. So a quick time update. This will be an interesting situation here because we're about an hour 45 into the game, and we're making a pitching change, so that'll take a few more minutes off the clock. Now, the Jacks are up 9-7 as the away team. So if this inning ends soon, this top half, either you would hope the Jacks obviously have a quick bottom of the 4th, in which case we'll play 5, because as long as it's under 2 hours, we'll start the next inning. Jacks will have the lead, so we'll guarantee a full 5th inning. Should something tragic occur and the lead be given up, that will likely take us over the 2-hour time limit. So in some ways, this could serve as a potential last inning. Could also be just the start of this game. We'll have a full 4th and a full 5th. So really depends on a few factors here, and it's interesting when time becomes a factor in terms of how you manage this game clock. Now, the most effective thing the Jacks can do to minimize all risk, put up as many runs as they can this inning. Excuse me. So some action in the Jacks bullpen. We go into the right-hander, Cole Wetzel, for the bottom of the 4th inning. Currently in a save situation with a 2-run lead. So another somewhat stock right-hander warming up for the Knights. And Amon Airy will lead things off here. Looking to serve as a second leadoff here. Takes ball 1, lone away. Biggest thing is for Airy to get on here. Get on base, put some pressure on the new arm. Load the bases for the dangerous Jacob Schmutz, who is just absolutely due for 6 RBIs today. And that ball bouncing away. Gets to the backstop, takes the forces away. Second and third now, 2 in scoring position for Airy, but in a 2-0 count. That was nasty. 2-0 count to Airy. Takes down an in 3-0, and quickly things unraveling here for the Knights. Airy be taking all the way here, and he does. take his first strike, 3-1. And that one, easy take in the dirt, ball four. So loads the bases for Jacob Schmutz. We'll see if he looks to punish with a swing or how disciplined he is here. I mean, in terms of this pitcher's ability to throw strikes, quite frankly, you could probably take until 2 strikes from what we just saw. And there's a reason that the Knights probably delayed putting this guy in, despite having allowed 9 runs. That said, you want your best hitter swinging. You want to give him these chances. He wants to swing. You don't want to just give him take. But he's going to walk, most likely. So make sure if you swing real aggressive and real good. And Schmutz, the respectable leader and teammate that he is, takes the fastball down the middle for strike 1. A pitch he could have absolutely smoked. But he watched that last at-bat to Airy and understood he needs to keep this inning rolling as best as he can with 2 outs. This time gets the same pitch, takes a big hack, and fouls it back into the mid 0-2. So as quickly as I was critiquing the command issues and walking out of the bullpen not throwing a single strike, the best hitter in the Lumberjacks order quickly finds himself in a difficult offensive predicament, 0-2. Schmutz calls time briefly. Bases loaded, looking to put this game away. 2-run lead. Heading into the final stretch of the game. And that ball missing, low and away. 1-2 count. A base hit here would be absolutely massive. 2 runs to 4 turns a 1-swing tie game into a 3-swing game. So the 1-2 count, Schmuck's well aware of the situation. He calls time again as the pitcher working quite slow in contrast to the starter for the Knights. And that pitch delivered on the low outside corner, close. Excellent take by Schmutz. Risky take as well, but perhaps from here it looks a bit closer than it may have been. Fairly confident take, 2-2. Right-hander comes set. Delivers. That ball will get to the backstop as well. It should be another free run for the Jacks and a massive insurance. Now second and third, 2 outs, 3-run lead. So Schmutz now with a 2-2 count, 2 on. Be looking to swing. Got robbed of 3 RBIs his last at bat with that excellent play by the first baseman on a ball. Must have been 100 off the bat down the line this time. Gets a ball in the zone, fouls it back. Making this guy work. Having trouble commanding throwing strikes, so making him throw another one is a job well done in itself. Got to come back with another fastball to the best hitter in the order here. Delivers, gets his fastball, drives it left field, but right at him, man. So Schmutz with a solid piece, but finds a glove to end the inning. But not before a few wild pitches allow for some insurance runs for the Lumberjacks as they head into the bottom of the 4th with a 10-7 lead, and Cole Wetzel, the timekeeper, the watchmaker, on the mound for the save in what is likely the last half inning of play, as that Jack's time extended it to an hour 54 about. Can't start an inning clean past 2 hours. But you know what? You can't think about that at this point, because if he throws a 1-2-3 inning, three pitches, 3 outs, would it be unfortunate to have to risk a fifth? Sure. But what's more unfortunate is thinking about time and overthinking that on the mound and putting yourself in a position to extend the game that way. So Cole, as mentioned before, is the keeper of time himself. He'll be in total command of the team's destiny. And this is actually a big inning regardless. 7 runs here, 8 in the first game. That's 15 total. I'm just kind of trying to do some basic math here. If you go undefeated in pool play, you're going to advance. So 24 teams are going to advance. There's 8 wild card spots. Those 24 teams are likely to go 3-0, some 2-1. Of the remaining 2-1 teams that finish in that wild card spot, I mean, if you lose a game and play competitively in your pool, 15 or 16 total runs over 3 games seems about right at this level. So there's still a chance at that gold bracket. It'll probably be the bottom part of that 8-team wild card, but there's a chance. And regardless, there's still a silver bracket for the next set of pool teams for like those 2-1 teams in this tournament, and that is a really quality accomplishment in itself at this invite-only tournament. And it's not something to be spoken of yet. We're still in the game. 3-run lead, Cole Wetzel on the mound here, relieving his starter, Tyler Azeri, who finishes with 3 innings. I'll get you his full stat line here just now. 3 innings, 7 runs, 4 earned, with 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, 5 hits. So kept him in the game in what was an offensive slugfest. And Wetzel on the mound here quickly finds himself behind to his leadoff man as he looks to get a strike. There we go. Fastball in the inside corner on the 3-0 pitch, gets 3-1. And 3-1 is ironically not even the worst count for Cole to find himself in sometimes. And that ball flied and looped in for a base hit. His ball has that late movement. Guys looking to swing 3-0, 3-1. They get that fastball in the 70s. But with that late movement, it tails away at the end. So sometimes he'll induce weak outs and hitters' counts. And that one not hit particularly hard itself, but actually hit soft enough to drop in. So top of the order up. Wetzel with a man out first and no one away. 3-run lead that he's looking to secure. Fastball up and out. Ball 1. And that fastball on the inside corner doesn't get the call. 2-0. Super biased. Wow, I call the game with Cole's pitching too. And pickoff. Not going to get him 2-0. But at the pace we're moving, this should be the bottom of the bottom half inning, regardless of outcome. And that fastball down the middle for strike 1. So all that much more imperative that Cole delivers his strikes, and puts the defense in the position to win the game. 2-1 count this time, gets his man swinging, 2-2. And Cole was quoted in the bullpen as feeling quote-unquote whippy. So we'll see if he decides to throw a little extra mustard on this bloop fastball or a little extra spin on a breaking ball. Throws the breaking ball. This one not going to get in, so full count. And what you can't give is free bases. You got to make them work for it. Gets the check swing. Check it. No way. Doesn't get the call on the check swing. On what looked like a called strike down the middle anyway. So 2 walks puts the tying run at the plate with nobody out. Left-hander up in the box. Takes a strike on the inside corner. And we'll be riding with Wetzel here. The outcome in his hands. And that fastball missing down and in 1-1. So for those joining late, this is likely the bottom of the last inning with the time. Cole in a 1-1 count. 3-run lead, men on first and second. This one popped. Shallow foul territory. Looked like it was going to get out of play and hangs around. And Schickler able to hold on for the first out. Some light rain coming down now. And Cole able to settle in after 2 walks to start the bottom of the inning in a bit of a pressure situation there with the tying run coming to the plate with nobody out. And he's able to settle in, get his first out there. He gets a double play ground ball. Shangle to Frank Keys to Hubert. Cole Wetzel coming in clutch, rolling a double play. Gets the save. Secures the 10-7 victory. Throws a 0 up on the board as well to keep the Jacks in contention for a potential, fingers crossed, wild card position. And just an excellent job by Cole there. Of what's been an offensive slugfest, runs scored in every inning except for the bottom of the 4th there. Wetzel gets his 0, rolls the double play. And that'll do it for the Jacks, folks. 10-7 victory, 2-1 in pool play in a difficult tournament. And the only loss coming to quite literally the best team in the country. So good baseball by the Jacks so far this week. We'll look tonight to see where we stand in the standings. And regardless, we'll be playing some baseball tomorrow, folks. Thanks for joining us. Great day to be a Jack. Jack's up.